Hello and welcome back to the cabin. We're doing another treat from India today. YouTube asked for global kitchen and I'm trying to oblige. We've got some tandoori naan bread here, and we also have some roti, chapati. Now I'm showing you all the packages because I did a spice run today, and this way you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I start measuring up some of the ingredients. We're going to open these packages together and we're going to do a simple, if there's such a thing, curry dish with basmati rice. So the rice has been soaking. It's a fresh bag of rice that I got today. One of my favorite brands is the Elephant brand. We're going to strain off the water that the rice has been soaking in. We'll catch that in a basin. We like to reuse water. All right, so we've got that rice nice there. And because it's 2 full cups of rice, basmati, I'm going to add almost, about 4.5 cups. Maybe a little less. So let's say 4 cups and a quarter. And I'm using a bottle, large bottle of filtered water here. I try not to use tap water for drinking or for cooking. Now, as a rule, I like to add a little garam masala and some other spices to the rice. I always have. But today, I'm simply going to put a pinch of salt, nice pink salt, and leave it at that, because this curry is going to have a lot of flavor. So I can hear that oil is getting hot, and I'm going to put all of the onions in and get them frying. Now, I looked up this recipe and it was called onion and tomato curry. So it says to fry the large chunks of onion until translucent or brown. And this is just a regular brown skin onion. Very good. So we're going to let that brown nicely. And then we're going to start adding in some of these beautiful spices. And so the plan is, when I need the spice, I'm going to open them, show you the package, and that way you can see what it is. And then I'll measure and add it to the recipe. So at this point, we've cut up 1 very large onion. Some people like to finely cut it. Some people like to coarse cut it. I did it the coarse cut. Now that's when it says I can add some chili, some masala, and some pepper, and some choices of my favorite flavors, such as cumin seed, cumin powder, kasuri methi. It's the first time I'll be using this, so this is going to be fun. A bay leaf, beautiful large bay leaves, some turmeric, chili powder, cumin powder, and of course some garam masala. And I now saute that on low. And then I'll add the tomato puree. And then at some point you can add cream. And I'm going to add coconut milk. So it'll go quite quickly once we get going. This music is something else. I feel like I should be doing some kind of a dance or something. I'm not sure. Oh. So we're gonna let these fry. The rice is on. And we'll be right back. I'm gonna open these and get ready to start adding all the spices. And turn this music down a little bit. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So here we are in the little kitchen, and we're going to start measuring out some of these spices. Now, our onions are coming along nice and becoming translucent, which is see-through-ish, and it's getting browned on the edges. And I've also added a couple of these large, beautiful bay leaves. You don't see bay leaf like that usually in Canadian spices. So I've had the bay leaf from India before, and even just the smell coming out of the bag is so vibrant. So if you're going to need bay leaf for a soup or a stew or a curry, I recommend that you get a really nice bay leaf from India. All right, so I'm checking the recipe, and the first things it calls for is some masala and peppers. And we're just gonna open this bag up. Oh my goodness. Oh, the smell is wonderful. What a wonderful aroma. Now, garam masala is a blend of spices already. And we're going to put in one really good size teaspoon. All right. And the next will be pepper, and then mixed spices of my choice. So let's get some pepper. Now I'm just going to grind some pepper in there. I'm not actually going to put whole peppers. And that'll do. Oh, you can see my cheat sheets. And that is, I'm inventing smell-o-vision next week. So look for that. Okay, I'm just kidding. I wish I'd be a billionaire, trillionaire. And we're just going to start adding these beautiful spices one at a time. Now, I'm going to add a couple of the, oh no, not this. Where are we here? Cumin whole. We're going to do the cumin seeds. And it's saying a teaspoon. So I'm doing a heaping teaspoon twice. This is actually quite a large pan, and it's going to feed probably 5-6 people. We've got some turmeric. This is going to change the color completely. A nice size teaspoonful. I should be holding these up, I guess. There it is. And this one was the cumin seeds. And then it also says to add the cumin powder. So both. Sometimes spices change their flavor from when they were the seed to when they are the powder. So I understand that. And a little bit of coriander powder. These are not easy to open up. And we're doing a teaspoon of coriander powder. Oh, that smells wonderful. Oh, everything. Yeah, smell-o-vision coming next week. I'm somehow going to bring it to your home. And we've got a concentrated tamarind. It also can be called an elixir or tamarind extract. And it's dark and delicious, as you can see. And we're going to just dot that. Now this brings a bit of sweetness for something that's going to be added later. We have a surprise vegetable, which is also a fruit, which is also a squash. And I'll show pictures in the video. I should have saved one for the effects. It's called Karela. It's a bitter melon or a sour melon. Some call it Goya or bitter gourd, a balsam pear. It's related to the cucumber and squash and crochettes, which is like a zucchini, except it's bitter. And when I saw it in the store, you know, I'm trying new things, it looked like little alien pods or something, very bumpy skin. I should have saved one for the camera, but you'll see the pictures, you'll get the idea. All right, and then at some point when just before the curry is ready, we're going to incorporate some of the Karela, the bitter squash. Let's continue with our dish. Now it says we can add some butternut squash or squash of some type to the curry for thickening. There could be potatoes, carrots, or a combination of sweet vegetables that will go good with the bitter melon, the Karela bitter melon. So at this point, we're just going to keep adding our spices. So where are we at? I think we got them all now. That was everything except for the kasuri methi. Now it says on the box that it's dried fenugreek leaves. Mash the leaves and sprinkle over curries and non-juicy vegetable dishes just before serving for an unforgettable exotic flavor. Also add to dough for making Indian breads like parantha and naan. So this is new for me. Beautiful box too. So we're gonna give that a try. Now it says here that you can, oh dear, okay, crisis averted. That's fine. It says here that we can add pretty well any spices that we want. And the cinnamon will be added later. Now at this point, I'm going to add a cup of water and the tomatoes. This could be fresh tomatoes. This could be canned tomatoes. This could be tomatoes that you blanched and froze. However you want to use tomatoes. So it's really starting to look like a bit of a curry now. I'm sure people from India are probably laughing hysterically at me. But that's okay. I'm trying, and I'm willing to try new dishes, and I think you should too. You know, this is how we learn to respect other cultures. This is how we understand how they live, what they eat. You know, and we have to think, India's culture and their food, this is thousands and thousands of years old. So they must be doing something right. So I don't mind picking up a few recipes and trying new things. And I'll be using these spices for a long time to come. It's like a little investment in my kitchen. And that right there, if you don't know about a last minute gift to get to for someone, run to your local grocery store or global store if you have one, and buy 4, 5, 6 beautiful spices and bag them up. What a wonderful gift to give, and I would love to receive a gift bag of spices. So if you're wondering what to get that person that's hard to buy for, run out and grab some spices, throw it in a gift bag, and they'll love you for it. Now I'm just going to sit some of this aside. And we've been recording on a second camera. I don't normally do that, but I take suggestions and I'll find a way to incorporate it into the video. And what it is it's a close-up of our pan. So that'll be fun to see it from that close-up angle. I have such a small kitchen, I could barely get the tripod for the camera in here. So we'll see how it turns out. Yes, garam masala, that is a definite. If you just want a mixed spice, put a well, let's say 3/4 of a teaspoon into 2 cups of dip. So there'd be 1 cup yogurt, 1 cup sour cream, maybe a tablespoon of mayonnaise, little sprinkle of parsley, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of garam masala. The trick is, though, you've got to add at least a teaspoon of sugar or it might be bitter. You mix that up and give that to your guests as a dip. They'll be like, what is that dip? Give me the recipe. So count yourself lucky, because I don't tell many people my dip recipe. So we're going to let this simmer, and we're going to let the rice finish cooking and start getting ready for plating up. This was a good experience, and I will do this again in the near future. And the next thing we're going to do is add our special melon, the Karela. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's got quite a bumpy texture. It was washed well. It was soaked for an hour in salt water and then rinsed, and then cut, rinsed some more, and then it's soaked in a pot in turmeric, salt, and the extract of the tamarind. The tamarind's to help sweeten it. It is called bitter melon for a reason. I'm just sort of placing them in there. I thought they were alien legs. When you see the pictures on the video, you'll be, yikes. You'll be thinking, what is that? But you know, it's important to try things, try new things. That's how we find out what we like and don't like. And I'm going to save this. I think the dog would love that turmeric juice. And turmeric is known for inflammation, to take down inflammation, even in animals, especially older dogs. All right, so there is our beautiful pan. You can see it really well on our secondary camera. Beautiful. Now that's curry with Karela. Now we're going to let that simmer, and then we're going to add some cream. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few minutes and finish off our beautiful dish and get ready for tasting. All right, and we're back. That beautiful white basmati rice is ready. So nice. Oh, it smells good. And I'm going to leave a little bit of rice showing on the side. Very nice. Oh, and there's our sauce. Turned out quite nice. Beautiful, rich colors. And we're going to make sure we get some of that beautiful sour melon, the Karela. Oh, that is very nice. And one more of the melon. Let's showcase that sour melon. And there you have it. I'll clean that plate. I like the edge to be nice. And a little bit of naan on the side. We warmed that up in the oven. And I'm just going to go right in for the bread and a pinch. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to help it there a little bit with some cheese or rice. Okay, so here goes. Oh, it's so good. And that basmati rice. Now, this curry, you could also cook some chicken and put it over some chicken. Doesn't have to be rice, could be some potatoes and carrots. That is a delicious meal. Now let's try one of these melons, the star of our dish. Okay, I can taste the sour. It's got an earthy taste, kind of like sprouts maybe. Oh, I don't mind that at all. That was pretty good. Well, thanks for joining us at the cabin for another exotic meal. I hope I didn't mess it up too badly. There might be a few people from India laughing at me. That's okay, at least I tried. And you got to try new things. That's how you grow. You reinvent yourself, you grow. And this was some of the leftover Karela. Yeah, it's different. It's a good talking point in a dish, that's for sure. They'd be like, what is that? Thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. Thumbs up for trying new dishes. Thumbs up for joining me here at the cabin. We've been aiming for 100 subscribers by the new year. Thank you to my 3 new subscribers today. That was exciting to wake up to that. And our next show will be doing an AGA, Ask Grandma Anything, where it's grandparents, encouraging grandparents and learning what it is to be grandparents. Shout out to grandparents. A good meal. Once you have the spices, you'll always have them. Add the spices according to your taste, your family's taste. I'm happy with how it turned out. It's very delicious. And for dessert, some candy-covered fennel seeds. The kids love them. And we'll see you next time at the cabin. And as always, be kind to nature and each other. And go out into the forest as often as you can. Just not after dark or alone. You might see the Grinch or his cousin. Oh, that's good. Delicious. I'm ready for a cup of tea.